That's Ali, and I'm Alex, and we're here today from HVAC Controls Incorporated to present to you our design project proposal for portable hand controls for accelerating and braking in automatic transmission vehicles. You can see here in this slide two pictures that I scanned out of a publication that was put together in 1945 at the end of World War II. Basically what they did was they took vets that had been disabled from legs down or in the lower extremities, and then they ran through a bunch of inventions and designs that people had come up like this at that era. So that design right there is basically an analog to our own prototype, which is like a push-pull design. And in that case, it actually goes all the way down the steering column into the vehicle, up into the engine compartment, so it's not portable at all. One of the issues that we were having was, what if someone has a disability not in just their legs, but in one of their hands too? How do they drive the vehicle that way? This is an invention going all the way back that far that addresses that question. You just simply push the wheel in for braking and pull it out for acceleration, and it can be done with just a thumb. So there really is a long-standing need for this kind of device for people, and of course there's a current need as well. When I went to pick up the controls that you see right there that are prototype controls, the manager told me that they actually install 10 pairs a month just at that one store in Michigan. So there are a lot of people who still do need these today. Basically, in order for someone to get these controls, the user has to be fitted to the control. This is not something that you just go out and buy because you just want some hand controls. This is something you buy because you really kind of need it. So you have to see a mobility specialist that will go through kind of a pew chart arrangement. I'm not particularly fond of this one because if you talk about like reaction time and the ability to articulate your wrist, so many degrees, this is not really specific enough because there are different classes of these mechanical controls, and you want to get the one that suits you.
Hi everyone. Yeah, talking about existing models. Yeah, like Alex said, there's been like pretty much stuff like this dating back to like 1940s. So an example is the push right angle. This one you operate it by pushing it forward, like pulling it back. By pushing it downwards, that means you engage in the brakes, and by pulling it back, you engage in the accelerator. Then the next one, which is push and rock. Yeah, the push and rock style. This one you engage the brake by pushing it downwards, and you engage the gas pedal by rocking it. Then the last one is push and pull, which is you engage the brake by pushing it downwards. The last one. Next slide. Yeah. Then and I'm also talking about the objectives. With the objectives, one of our main objectives is definitely cost and compatibility or portability, because we noticed that most of the devices out there cost a lot. They cost like $1,200, to like $5,000. So we're trying to design something that will be within $500, and also something that's very compact, easily compatible, easily folded, and something that's lightweight. Our target, with respect to weight, is like something, lighter than 15 pounds. We're trying to build something that is lighter than 15 pounds, and something that will be easy to install by an average person, or someone that is very familiar with like installing stuff, putting stuff together. Then compatibility, that can be moved from one vehicle to the other. It doesn't have to be like a certain vehicle or a certain car or SUV. Trying to design something that can move from like the SUV to truck to a smaller vehicle or whatever. And something that will be quick to install too. A target with that is something that someone can install within maybe an hour into a vehicle and take off.
Okay. So our design criteria is first is portability. So it should be able to be mounted and assembled by an average person who knows like minimum skills of minimum mechanical skills. It should be easy to install with like usual mechanical tools like a screwdriver. It should be flexible, so it needs adjustable links and adjustable fixation mechanisms. it should be intuitive, so it should be like easy to learn and easy to operate. It should have minimum, therefore it should have minimum degrees of freedom. Obviously, it should be reliable because it's related directly to safety, and it should be accurate, executing the commands of the driver. This is our design. It's a CAD model yet. So we're using a handle like a motorcycle throttle handle. When you turn it, that will apply the gas. If you push it downward towards the floor from away from the driver, it will apply the brake. The advantages of this design is that first of all, it's made of aluminum, so it's kind of light. It's easy to install because it has minimum links. It has one link here and one link here, and the assembly here is pretty much really easy. The rest is oh yeah, and it's obviously it's cheap because one of the main one of the markets that we're looking for is in underdeveloped countries. Also, the handle will work best in rough roads because it doesn't have any movements. And that's it. Any questions?
Is this something that could be installed by someone, because your user is somebody who doesn't have legs or something like that, so this is something that could be installed by someone with those mobility issues?
Yeah, I mean, maybe they're relative. Normally these things are installed from some place that you go and you buy them. But, I mean, depending on how mobile you are, this is gonna only weigh like 15 pounds. We're trying to get it to where it's easy enough that you can just maybe have a clamp under the dash or something and just remove it. I mean, essentially, if you're in a wheelchair or you're in any device like that, if you can handle that device, you should be able to handle putting this on and taking it off very frequently.
So, depending upon the conditions of the road and the speed of the vehicle, the way you operate the brake may lead to locking of brakes. So, how do you try to negotiate this problem of locking of brakes?
You mean how we calibrate it with different vehicles?
Like how is the feedback calibrated?
Okay, because it has adjustable links, you could it would be essentially it needs a little bit of testing before it's operational, but it's really easy. It would be calibrated in like 10 minutes or so.
Most modern cars don't use physical gas pedals, and they accelerate electronically through the computer. Have you considered directly connecting?
No, not really, because that's not the market we're going to look at. That would be mostly in developed countries with probably richer people who wouldn't need such a basic system.
Okay, that's it. Thank you. All right, don't go away yet.